almost all of my bands are punk bands or fall under that umbrella. The short answer for me, whenever people ask me what kind of music I play, I always just say punk.
All of us have kind of been playing somewhere in the scene for like 10 plus years, I would say, through many iterations of venues, and they come and they go.
Most valued lifelong friendships I've made through music, and most of which here in Salt Lake, so it's just really cool.
For me, punk is kind of a genre or label that exists for all the bands and all the music that doesn't exist elsewhere.
When I was in high school, freshman year, biology class, there's a guy in my class who was super punk, and I'm like, yo, what kind of music do you listen to? You look really weird. And he showed me Dead Kennedys, and I stopped listening to Slipknot and started listening to punk.
Jason's in a ska band. Nick used to be in a ska band that plays with Jason's ska band, and my old emo band played with Nick's ska band. And so we've kind of just been playing together and participating in this really big cool scene for a while now.
We actually got to open for All Get Out at Shred Shed, rest in peace Shred Shed, and that show actually ended up kind of in a weird way bringing Sunsleeper to life.
As soon as I got here, I was going to shows, and I didn't know anybody, so that's kind of where I made my first friends. There's this band called the Felix Culpa, and since I was like a little kid, I've been like just a super, like, like a creepy fan, right? If this band was like a girl that I liked, she would be totally creeped out by me.
I thought I was more punk rock than he was, and same.
And he was a poser, so.
We both thought each other were posers, and then he came over one day, and I played drums, he played guitar, and we jammed, and then we became friends. I do agree that it's a lifestyle, but I think it's a group of lifestyles. I think it's the whole point of punk is that you don't have to live a certain way. You can live however the hell you want to live.
Salt Lake's awesome. Diverse scene, plenty of places to play. We have a lot of close friends, and that's what it's about for me specifically.
I think the folks that are like making it a good community are doing a really good job. I think that it could definitely expand.
They're starting DIY venues, but they're closing shortly thereafter.
And the scene seems to keep trying too. Like, the city is not cooperating very much. Another All Ages venue just closed down a month ago.
The same people that I've known since I've moved here are still doing it, and they were doing it at one place and got shut down. They're doing it at another place, or they were doing it out of their basement and then moved and are, trying something else. Punk for me, I don't know, it's just kind of, for me, like, my exposure to it was less about the sound and more about like the community.
It's really cool how we're all sticking together through thick and thin all these years. It's a space that people feel welcome at and people are ready to hang out in. That's why it's such a cool place to be, and it's mostly the community more than it is the space.
It's tough because you have to know certain people or get familiar with certain people, but I think the first step is having more people come to shows consistently.
People say it's dying, it's just people aren't looking hard enough. There's such a dense jungle of information in bands and music now. If you dedicate to your band and really dedicate yourself to your art and try to find other people that love art and music and the type of music you like, you'll find those people. They're not hard to find, and they're so much fun to hang out with once you find them.
The rebellious nature is always going to be there, but I think it's less about just being violent and reckless, and much more about like developing community and stepping out of the bounds of normality. We're not going to fulfill arbitrary expectations that maybe society puts on us, but we're not going to react to those expectations through violence or recklessness, but by banding together and being together in our beliefs. You know, it feels like a family reunion. I would say in those ways, like, punk has changed. I think like as a base mentality, it's much more positive than it used to be. My favorite part about the community is just the fact that people are doing it.
The year is 2000.